Sup?
Hello.
What?
Welcome back.
You're supposed to do the
Yeah.
intro.
I know. I was seeing how long you were going to let me sit there without saying anything.
I think I made it.
Like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not patient.
So, yeah, it's just Clay and I today, this
Again.
evening, whatever you want to call it. But it's like, I don't know, number 7.
Number
We're
7.
going to talk about, I don't know if you've ever personally had like a poor instructor try to teach you something. No, we're just going to talk a little bit about what we've been doing, which is mainly Clay just trying to teach me guitar. So probably going to let him start, I guess, and then I'll tell you the horror stories. But
Well, first off, Chad's getting free. That's like free guitar lessons.
yeah, free, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
He's going to be a rock god.
Free as in I have to deal with you every day. Yeah, that's I'm getting a good end of the deal, that's for sure.
Well, why did you finally do it? Why?
I don't know.
I gotta
I really
know.
don't know, because we were just like we
Peer
were gonna
pressure.
record- No, I think I came over. We were going to record one day, but you had a show. You had the show at the lake coming up, and you were like, "Dude, I gotta practice," and I'm like, "That's fine. We don't have to record," because you were fucking overwhelmed. I feel like about the whole ordeal. So I was just like, "That's cool. Practice. We'll take a break."
Well,
And then we were just sitting here, and you're like, "Grab one of those." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "What are you talking about?" And you're like, "Get a guitar." And I'm like, "For what?" And I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. And I was like, "Okay," which is cool 'cause
God, is that you?
yeah, sorry. Which I was like, okay, I didn't really have a problem with 'cause I think when I was 9 or 10 for Christmas, I got an acoustic guitar. Like I'd been telling my mom for probably like a year or 2 years, something like that. I was like, man, I really, Mom, I want to learn how to play guitar. Like I want a guitar. So she finally got me one, and it was cool. I appreciated it. Really pumped about it until I realized I wasn't going to get lessons or anything. So it was like, I'm 10. We didn't have the internet. Like, the internet
Well,
was
yeah,
around,
yeah,
obviously,
but, like,
we didn't
yeah.
have it.
Yeah, but at 10 too, like,
I don't know how
How
to
do
do that shit.
I mean,
So-
you got to buy books and
Yeah, which is what I got. Like
Like
the
you-
next year, we moved over here the next year in LSC, which was, I think, custom printing then, or R.R. Donnelly, one of the two. She started working there, and like I guess when they would mess books up, the employees could take 'em home.
yeah.
So she brings home this learning how to play guitar for dummies. You remember those? Like they had like the everything, how to cook for dummies and shit like that back then. She's like, "Here you go," and I'm like,
Here you go, dummy.
"What? What the hell's a fucking G string, Mom?"
What, Mom? What did you give me?
I'm like, "Is this a Hustler or am I supposed to learn how to play guitar?" So like, that didn't work. But I have 2 acoustic guitars now. Still have the original one she got me. Plus my grandpa's. My grandpa didn't really know how to play. He could play a little bit, but
Yeah.
not enough to where he could even teach me. But he had yeah, I don't even know what it is. It's nice looking. And now I have 2 electric guitars. So I
Do-
have 4 guitars, can't even play one of them completely, so that's cool.
Hey, just gotta just keep buying them,
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
if you
the thing.
don't
I think
want
I
them,
just keep buying them, and if nothing else, I'll have really cool guitars 'cause I keep buying, like, this one right here. This is an Epiphone Les Paul. My other one's like a Les Paul clone. So I'm just gonna work my way up to a real Les Paul, even if I can't play it.
you gotta put the camera on it.
Oh,
You gotta show it. Pelham blue. Oof. I'll give you $1 for it.
no.
Well, I've been pumped. I'm pumped 'cause I thought it would never happen. I tell everybody, I'm like, hey, learn how to play guitar. You're like, the last person was Devin. I think Devin
You
Kemker.
taught him how to play?
I really just pushed him. He definitely taught himself, like,
Oh.
'cause he's got good,
Yeah, that
good
video you
fast.
showed me the other day was, I don't know how long he's been playing, but that was pretty good.
Oh man, now that you think of it, it had to be like 2011, 2012. That like
so I mean a while.
it's been a while, but like how it just takes you a minute to get it. So
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be easy, but like, I'm glad that I know you for one, and like I know your attitude, so like I can take your criticism or your instruction. 'Cause anybody else, I'd probably be like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'd be over it. I'd be done.
It gets
But, like,
annoying. Oof.
Well, also too, like, you're good at like reassuring me, like, hey, you know, like, you think you suck, but you're also doing a pretty good job for how long? 'Cause we've only been doing this for like what, a month? Like realistically a month,
Yeah, like
and not every day.
Yeah.
Like I practice more on my own than with you.
But that's good though. Like that's like I think that's better because I hate having somebody tell me what to do. If there's a thing there where somebody's like watching you
Right.
and they can do it so easy and you can't, you're just like, mother, you're like,
Well, you
I
feel
want to do
stupid
this so
almost,
bad.
You know what I mean? You almost feel stupid, or like that you're just not gonna get there. So
Yep.
And I think that's anything. But yeah, I didn't know, and that, like I was telling you, I just didn't know that there were so many like apps. Like I have 3 different apps to where like I can, yeah, they cost like $10 a month or whatever, but they're have good reviews, and like, you know, not saying that this is the case for everyone or even me, but like the one says within 6 months you'll be able to play basic chords and like songs.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I use that. I think I checked it the other day, and for like 3 hours worth of playing, I was like 5,000 or 6,000 notes and chords, which is, I don't know if that's good, bad, whatever. But
Yeah, I mean,
I do that a lot at home. Follow along with that app 'cause I can slow it down to my speed, and then make sure I go. So what I do is, if it's a riff or a melody or whatever the hell it is that they're having me do, I just slow it down until I get every note correct. Like if it's 41, then I get 41 out of 41 correct before I speed it up. And then I speed it up a little bit, do that over until I'm playing it at what they recommend.
yeah, it's, oh man, ask Brittany. Jeez, she's not mic'd up, but I do that all the time.
Is
It's
she even
just,
here?
oh,
Brittany.
she probably can't. We're probably like whispering.
Yeah, I know. That's
to
what I
her,
feel
like
We
she probably
know
really
she's
can't hear
probably
what we're
she hasn't
saying.
she hasn't even looked up, I don't feel like, very much at all, so
Yeah.
she probably can't even hear us.
We're not interesting. Oh, you can? Okay.
She said, I hear you.
She's like, unfortunately, yeah.
I can hear you.
Loud and clear,
Yeah,
guys.
hey, don't let the beads hit you on the way out. Oh, sorry. No, but
no, I'm kind of I'm just surprised that you actually are like progressing.
I'm all tunneled up, dude. So, you know, like, got the carpal tunnel in
Ooh.
my hands. So sometimes it's hard. Like, I'll come over here and you'll want me to do stuff and, you know, practice. And I'm like, I can't. Like, my hands just hurt. I can't do it today. Which, that is true. You know, like, I'm not trying to get out of it 'cause it just sucks.
It's the one thing people don't really understand is, like, it fucking hurts.
Well, I don't even wear my watch anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause I have to take it off every time I, you know, try to play. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not wearing that thing anymore.
But like we were saying, like your like hands, like.
Well, yeah, you know, like I'll come over here some days and they're already like this, and you want me to like do this and like curl it, and I'm like, that's not happening.
It's just an awkward shape, but
right. But I've kind of adapted to it, I guess, which isn't traditional according to you. I don't know.
I don't think. Well, so like. Really, like I said, we skipped a bunch of steps, but like,
yeah, we are doing things really odd, I guess.
Yeah, because honestly, I usually would have like, I like people to start on acoustics.
Well, yeah, and it'd be like
just 'cause
$60 a week, probably, you know. But whatever.
I don't know. Well, honestly, like the way I do it is, I haven't done it in a while. I did it more up in the city. There's like a couple people that like, their kids usually. It's like they want them to like learn or somehow and
You
like.
taught kids.
Yeah.
God, I bet you ruined their lives. I bet they are gonna have PTSD.
No, a couple of them got pretty good, but I mean, it's the you get like that patience with teaching people because like everybody gets like that, but kids especially are just like.
I'm kind of a kid.
Yeah, they just want it now.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's you play a lot of uncool things, so like I would try to teach them a little bit of like I taught you funk.
Yeah.
Like a little funk and little bends. Like that's fun, but kids usually don't stick it out. And
well, I think the big thing, like for me, so yeah, I'm gonna be 32 this year, but like not doing something, everybody still has a fear of not being good at it or not progressing fastly enough for themselves. So I think for me the big thing was like, you know, you showed me like Smoke on the Water and what was the other one? We Will Rock You.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
off the
we
bat. So like I
yeah.
could play just, even though it was a single string, just, doing that, it helped me because I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Like
Yeah.
I know that it's more complicated than that, but if I can do this in small steps, then it'll be okay. Because
Yeah,
I thought it was just going to be all this information thrown at me at one time and like, hey, here's how you play like an E minor and an A, and like I'm like, I didn't know what to expect really, especially when you're just like grab a guitar, like I thought Jesus Christ was summoning me to learn guitar or something, and there was a lot of pressure on me. I'm not gonna lie,
It
I
is.
was like, is this how I save the world?
Well, I was remember. I think I told you. I was like, just think that would be really cool if that's how Jesus comes back when he does. He just like comes flying down, and he has like a he's got like a Les
Playing
Paul.
Stairway to Heaven.
You're like a Fender, and he's just like zapping people like da-da-da. He's got Dio in the background, like flying.
Brings me to my next point, kids. Oh, go ahead.
Then let me. but I don't know. Either way, I'm pumped. Tell your friends.
I don't
Because-
I don't have. I mean, okay, yeah. Hey, Jacob, playing guitar.
Hey, Jacob, Brittany, Abby.
I think my wife. Yeah. So that's funny too, 'cause so I bought the other one, on the way home from the lake.
The other
night
guitar?
you guys, the red one. Yeah, the first one I bought. So I bought it on the way home from the lake after you guys' show. She knew about that. I told her, I was like, I'm gonna buy this guitar, 'cause I had credits for returns on Amazon. It was on sale, so I got it. I'll go get it in a second. I know you're looking for it.
Yeah, I was
I'll
just
go
about to
grab
say,
it.
where's
But,
it at?
So bought that one. I only had it for 2 weeks. And then the Memorial Day sale at Guitar
Yeah.
Center was coming up, and I'm like, Clay, I'm gonna buy this. Like I'd been
Well-
looking at these Epiphones, and I was like, I really want one of these. And they're a little different. This one's probably, I guess, higher beginner. Like mine's definitely a beginner short scale. This one's a little bit up from that.
It's
I
got
can
better
tell.
pickups and
Yeah,
hardware on
I can
it.
just tell by how the reaction is to the mistakes I make and shit.
Yeah,
How it
like
picks 'em up a lot better.
the fret's a little bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But,
So,
but I was kind of scared before we keep going. I was like, 'cause we were gonna go the week before that.
yeah,
And
wanted
I
that
told you,
Mitchell.
I told you on Friday we can. I was like Friday or something, like either Friday night or Saturday morning we can go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the thing with Alex, but
No, the golf thing, yeah.
and you really wanted to go, and I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to just go up there real quick, 'cause we were gonna go to Washington. We were gonna
Which
settle on
I
Washington.
did go to Washington
And
that
yeah.
week before, the Wednesday before. I bought that. So I bought that
Yeah.
on Friday, and Wednesday I went to River City Music in Washington because I had a chiropractor's appointment, and I had a little bit of time. Like I didn't have to get right back to work, but
Yeah.
so I went over there and I just looked around, and they only had expensive stuff. I didn't even touch a guitar. I didn't even pick one up 'cause I was
Yeah,
just like, whatever.
Yeah. You.
Like the cheapest used one in there was $350, and I'm like, I'm not spending that. So, but anyway, so I
glad
brought this
you did.
home. We got this on Friday. I think I left it here. No, I took it home. I took it home that night.
Yeah, you took it home.
Played it when I got home. I played it in bed. My wife was in bed next to me. Obviously, she's watching TV. Didn't even notice the difference in these two. So then,
Yeah, you're just
2 days later,
Oh.
I have a spare room in my house, and that's where I keep them. And I had the door open, and I had them laying on the bed in the case. And I was switching the red one out with this one to come over here or something. And she's like, what's in the... and I had your Fender, your gig bag.
Yeah.
So the red one was in there, and this one was in mine.
She's like, there's
And
two.
she's like, what's in the... She's like, is there a guitar in there? I was like, no.
No,
She's like,
that's
feeling it. And I'm like, why would you think there's a guitar in there? And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, well, that's just Clay's. I was borrowing it.
just hanging. I was just seeing
And
how
I'm
it feels.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. There is another guitar in there. 'Cause I'm holding this one, I think. So she's like, oh. And I'm like, they had a sale,
I got it on sale, babe.
Right.
Come on.
So
It's
now-
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We drove up there just for that, but it
So,
was on
yeah,
sale.
I bought the guitar for myself, and now I have bought a Apple Pencil 2 because she's wanted one, and today a Ninja Cream Eye, which apparently makes ice cream. I have no idea. She wanted that as well, so I should be out of the doghouse. Can probably buy another guitar, I feel like, but I won't.
I had the
I do want to buy another guitar though.
Brittany's really cool, but I wanted to buy one, and I was like, that's what I kept telling myself. I'm like, don't buy a guitar. Like, just don't. Like, dude, don't.
Well, yeah.
There was really good deals, and I was just like, that Kramer was like,
I really wish I would have got that Epiphone X, the cherry red one.
yeah, me too. But you didn't like the red. You weren't digging the red.
But I didn't look at it long enough. If I'd have looked at it for 10 more seconds, I probably would have gotten that one over this.
I am.
The reason is because it was a worn red. It wasn't bright. It wasn't shiny. It was real dull, and the pickup or the pick guard was black on it.
Yeah, the pickups were. Did I play? I didn't play that one.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, 'cause and then you picked up that other one.
Oh, you're talking about the dark red one like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Axe,
yeah,
though.
yeah. I did
Remember?
like that one.
Mhm.
That was kind of in between.
That was a used one though. I didn't really want to buy a used guitar. Like I wanted to get one.
yeah.
I was gonna spend the money, that amount of money.
You might,
I figured I might
get
as
a
well get
new
a new
one.
one, 'cause this is like a $200 guitar. It was on sale for like $150 or $160, I think, whatever. But I was like, that way I can fuck it up.
Yeah.
Not someone else. So.
Yeah, and you don't have to just worry about
Well,
somebody
I don't
messing
know
with
what
it.
the internals of it are like at that point. Like these should be new, should be fine.
Well, at least
The
least-
wiring's not that big a deal, but I don't want to take a guitar apart as soon as I get it either, you know.
no, because I've had to do that.
Well, we just did that too.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I should have put a light on the guitars. They look so good.
Yeah. Not.
I was showing Nick the difference, and he didn't really say much, but his buddy Ben, I want to try to have him on here. I'm surprised he hasn't came over yet, but his name's Ben Simpson. And
I know Ben. I know him a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, so he plays guitar, and
I bet he's good. I have a
He's
feeling.
he's like, I think he's really
He's
good.
like an engineer. Like he's smart too. So
He
that's
work-
why I think that.
Yeah, he's like I think he's a software engineer.
Yeah, he went to S&T.
Yeah, he's really smart, but he's a pedal guy too. Oh man,
Right, Bill?
he doesn't have as many, but yeah, we were talking about that. I just talked to Nick, and he was talking about repairing guitars and fixing them. So,
Nick was or Ben was?
well, Nick, me and Ben have talked about it before.
Oh, okay. So you know.
Ben
yeah.
Ben was the person I was talking about. Like I said, I wanted to have a music store, and
Yeah.
I really wanted to have a music store in Owensville, but it's not.
I don't
just-
think. I mean, it could. It could. It couldn't.
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to do a lot of like I was saying, you would have to do a lot of online sales. Like you'd have
don't
to
know,
do.
I don't know. Think about us. Think about like just going and looking at even if you got people just to come in there and look once a month for new stuff, even if they went and ordered it offline, they're like the second time in, they're gonna buy something. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna come in every time and not buy anything.
But that's why you have like capos and strings,
exactly.
and then like
that's the shit
reeds.
that keeps your doors open.
Oh yeah, but really, like I told him, it'd be nice to have a guitar tech there, just like like a
Yeah.
guitar center. But
Someplace you can come and play in a room this size where nobody can hear you. You're not embarrassed. You're not worried about it. You just play at your level, and you get to test shit out. That'd be cool.
yeah, but also too
And
like
I think you'd have people coming out of the woodwork that are just like almost not embarrassed, but like don't want to show that side of themselves to the community, because you know how Owensville is.
well, there's really not that there's not that many people here, but there's a lot of musicians for like how many people are here,
And
but
that's what I'm saying. You either got to order stuff offline, or you got to go to Columbia, St. Louis, Jeff City, Washington. You got to drive at least 45 minutes to get anything. Like, what if you broke a string and didn't have any, but had a show tonight? What would you do?
I always have strings.
Well, I know, but what if you didn't? And I'm saying
would
like,
take
you didn't
one of
have
my-
another guitar.
I'll
Don't
take one of
don't.
my 10 guitars.
No, you only have the one guitar. It's the only one you can play 'cause it's the only one that works good for the set that you're playing that night.
I would probably play without it,
Without the guitar, so you wouldn't
without
be able
the
to play.
string.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would
Even
just.
if it's your top string.
Yeah, honestly, it'd be easier if it was my top string.
Okay.
But like if
Third
it was
string.
like, if it was like something in the middle where I wouldn't like be able to think fast enough,
You'd be
But,
screwed.
I'd be.
I mean, surely, like, you could sit here and say surely Tyler would have some or somebody would have some, but, like, you don't think like
No.
that. Really
Well, no,
off the
no, no,
bat.
no.
You panic
No.
when shit like that happens.
Actually,
Everybody
no,
does.
we do. We're pretty prepared. We have packs. Like I usually have 2 or 3 packs with me, and then we have a bunch of packs in our little cab.
Okay, well, I was just saying, Clay, you don't gotta be so fucking rational.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's a good idea. Is what I'm
It took
saying.
us a minute to get to that. It wasn't always like that. Like there's been a couple
Yeah.
Tyler at the beginning. he broke like strings like 3 shows in a row, and I was like, I had to do emergency string
Tie 'em
chains. And
together.
well, I was like,
Somebody got a soldering iron.
well, you see him look down, you see the string go wing, and you're like,
Mhm.
he's like looking down at it,
See
but
7 people come out of the crowd with a butane torch and a piece of metal, and you're up there just soldering it back together.
no, we need to get a more reliable base, 'cause that's happened with mine and Dan's.
Yeah, yours is
My-
broken now,
Mine's
right?
broken. My volume knob got probably solder's like messed up 'cause I was twisting the knob and just kept twisting, and it was making some bad noises.
Hmm.
It's not good. But
But I think it would be cool. I'm not saying like you could run it full time, but if you're open like 3 days a week or something like that, I think it would do fairly decent. Like I think you'd have a good. You may not make money the first couple years, but I think it could get there.
well, I talked to him too. This is a little bit harder 'cause like pedals are a lot harder, but I wanted to do that, like have a design a pedal or like a group of pedals, and sell those online.
Yeah.
So if I could have like basically if online I could suffice a store online, then I would do it 'cause the other stuff it just really wouldn't matter. But like
Yeah.
if I had like a
And that-
signature, well, I'd obviously be cool to have a signature guitar, but like I was telling you, like putting in kill switches and putting in different pickups, and
Yeah.
like I don't think people really.
Well, we got hot rails on a Squire. I mean, that's
Well-
probably not really a thing.
No, it's
No.
a
I
thing.
mean, for people like around here.
Not around here. Like I mean, a lot of people, honestly. I mean, acoustic country kind of stuff, but I mean, speakers and mics and stuff. You can't really get that.
Right.
But
Well,
I just don't know. There's
that's
just
the bad thing too. Is online is it's so convenient. But like, I think I'm a little bit old fashioned still, where I would rather go to the store. Like, I really don't like ordering stuff offline. I do it a lot, but that's because I can't get the stuff around here.
well, yeah, online kills everything. That's why it's
I
taken
know.
over.
That's why I hate it. I hate everything about it. But because I want to be able to put that that product in my hand and like see how well it's built, what it's about before I buy it. Like because when I buy stuff, it's not cheap. Like for the most part, like
No,
I
we don't
I
have cheap
spend-
hobbies.
no, but even like, yeah, well, exactly. My hobbies, and that's
Yeah.
the thing too. I told somebody that the other day. I think it was at work. I was like, so I golf, I hunt, bow hunt,
Golfing, dude. Jeez.
Are- and then now guitars. So like that, if you were to take like the top 10 most expensive hobbies you could probably have for a middle-aged man in the Midwest,
Yeah, it's like
I'm doing them.
that's like the
3
top
of them
5.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the bank account is struggling, but we're fine. And no,
Just
I wait for sales too, though. So
the next the problem is though the next thing is the amp, and that's like
that's gonna be expensive.
it's so expensive.
I'll just steal yours. It's not a big deal.
You can. Honestly, this bad boy. Honestly, yeah, you should take my orange amp and
Set it on my front.
I'll
porch.
fix the stage lead too.
I'm not taking your amp.
Dude, take it. I need to fix this
I'll
stage,
just get
dude.
my own amp.
You want to buy a stage lead, dude?
No. Is it broken?
Yeah, it needs new tubes, and I'm pretty sure looking at the wires, it just needs to be rewired. But it's like missing.
Hang on just a second, dude. I gotta check this message. Sorry.
It's missing like an input. Oh.
I'm gonna be off the screen for just a
Oh,
second.
I'm gonna put you on the other screen so everybody can see what you're doing still. Oh, didn't work. It's kind of slow when it switches.
October 2nd.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, so that was a guy, speaking of golf, play a tournament every year at the country club in Krakow, and that was him.
Krakow?
Wants to do it on October 2nd. I don't understand that, dude. Like,
Why?
it's
Not-
October 2nd, man.
So?
It's cold. The first year we played it, I had to buy a beanie when we got there. It was like 40-mile-an-hour winds and like 52 degrees. I'm like, no, the wind's cutting right through my skull the whole day.
Yeah, I'm not.
You could hear it. Ooh, like, my head's hollow as shit.
the acoustics in there are insane.
Oh, the stuff that goes on in here is insane. But Yeah, so I'm enjoying learning. My kids think it's cool, which whatever, but I'm probably gonna have to
Whatever.
buy 2 more guitars.
Yeah, like no, you gotta get. So that's the thing is, you gotta get them like. I
I'm
want to
gonna
be a
have Creed
drummer
play
so
the
bad.
drums and
Creed
Adeline
seems
play,
like
bass or like, but not the normal
or
bass.
or piano.
Orchestra, like vertical bass, just.
Well, she could probably honestly Adeline could probably play like everything. You
I-
should put her in band so she can just play like we need a French horn.
They don't have a band. I don't know that they have
What?
band where they go to school. I'm serious.
Are you kidding me?
I'm very serious. I have not seen one thing about their band ever.
Yeah, but honestly, it's kind of typical.
Well, it's just it's the first thing to go. It's gonna be the first thing to go.
Well, like when we were in high school, like freshmen, the band was really like
They were pretty good all the way through us being in school.
yeah. 'Cause what was that guy's name? Was it Vogt? Bill Vogt?
No.
Somebody.
The
Can't-
band instructor was
Pretty sure it was Vogt.
mm-mm.
Was the good one.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. Yeah, I think he was only
He
there maybe
retired
our
like when we were
year.
freshmen. Yeah, my
And
sister
then
had
wasn't it
him.
Miss Miller? No, she was the drama teacher.
No, yeah, no. Oh man,
It was a guy.
Well,
I think, right?
Well, I think it was a girl. I remember she had like short blonde spiky hair.
Miss Albishot? No.
No, and then it was
You're
Mr.
right.
Munwiller.
You're right. I cannot think of her name though. I do remember that.
But they were younger, but like people don't realize like he was good. Like they were good.
Yeah.
They
Andy,
were really good in competitions. I went to the Dome to watch my sister like
yeah,
do
Andy
like-
Tiefenbrunn was the
director
our
or
senior year, our junior and senior year maybe.
yeah, Andy's really smart.
Yeah, he was.
I
Or
think
is.
that's what I think that might be what he does.
I think you're right. I think that's what, like, 'cause I know like him, Nathan Gargis. Nathan is a band teacher.
Yeah, he's-
at the
yeah.
school he teaches at.
Tyler just saw one of his like concerts. Yeah,
I've seen that, and then I think someone else too that was in band that that we graduated with is either a band instructor or something to do with band, as well as a teacher.
as a
But
teacher.
I can't think of
Oh.
who it is though. You know what I mean? Like in the
Yeah.
educational system, like I think it's a female, but I can't remember.
Can't I just feel like we had a lot of good musicians actually come through Owensville that like people just don't really realize.
Yeah, Trey. Remember Trey? Trey could play guitar, from what I remember.
Trey,
Hammerschmidt.
he could play guitar.
Yeah, you don't remember? Like I'm pretty sure that him and it might have been him and Andy or someone played in one of our talent shows one year.
Andy, what? Oh, we talking about Vincent Bowl?
No, I'm talking about Trey Hammerschmidt.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I swear he had a blue Fender. I'm almost positive.
Dang.
'Cause I didn't expect it. I mean, not that I even knew anything about music then, but it was just I didn't know.
Justin Allred, she played bass.
Yep, I remember that.
Love Justin 'cause he's
He was in a
Justin's
band, wasn't he?
I think he's in a band now.
Grunge band, I think. Kinda.
Yeah, dude, I love Justin 'cause he's just metal. He was just straight up like metal, like literally ripped jeans and jean
That dude?
jacket, like was just about it. Like Slayer, freaking
I don't know what the statute of limitations are.
what?
But it's got to be way past it. That dude pulled out a knife on me on the bus when we were in like 8th grade. Not kidding.
Well, what'd you do to him?
I done nothing. I swear to God. He
Okay.
said something I guess he didn't agree with. I don't know.
Well,
That was Justin, though. You know what I mean?
Justin was always cool to me, Chad.
He was cool to me after that. He was like, "Hey, man, sorry," and I'm like,
Sorry, you just pissed me off,
"Yeah,
man.
sorry, I pulled that buck knife out on you."
It happens. It happens.
I was frightened.
Testosterone. It gets
Yeah,
me.
I guess that is true. We're all, going through puberty. Everybody's fucking tested up. Tested up.
Just
man.
going through it. No, I kind of like. I think he was playing with the band, but I remember Justin was like, I wasn't good enough
Travis-
at the time.
So Travis Owens wasn't in our grade, but he could play music.
What?
You don't remember Lil Travis?
I know Travis Owens. I'm saying I had no idea any of these people
His
played
older
guitar.
brother's Lance. I think Lance can play.
I know. Yeah, I know.
something,
Lance sings
instrument
usually.
of yeah.
Usually sings. He plays like Cody Barnwell.
Cody.
I like jam with Cody.
Forgot about Cody.
Cody's
Younger
cool.
than us, but yeah.
He writes a lot of
or
songs.
Flea. I mean,
Blee.
him. Who else? Scott Peth could play guitar.
Oh, Scott. Scott was one
Jared Keller can play guitar a little bit, or
a little
he
bit.
could.
Yeah, I forgot about. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Jarrett too.
Yeah, Jared tried to teach me what song was it? He tried to teach me something when we were in middle school.
I remember him trying to play Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I was like, oh my gosh.
His brother John, I think, can play fairly well from what I remember. He's 2 years older than us. Hell, I'm sure there's probably more.
Yeah, see, I like metal though, so that
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's people that I didn't really know could, and then just like, hey, I got a guitar.
well,
Coach Fisher tried.
he still plays.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
He gives it a shot.
Coach Lay can actually play guitar.
Shut
Did you know
up.
that?
Shut. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I do remember 'cause he probably doesn't remember this, but it was like at the end of the school year, and we were in the music room. It's like one of those days you just do, I don't know,
Do whatever.
But we were in the music room playing guitar, and I was just like playing. Somebody was playing really bad, and I was finally, I was like, give me that thing.
Who is this?
And then I started playing like some songs, and Coach was like, I can play, and he like plays really bad. I'm like, oh yeah, great, it's awesome. Give me the guitar back, please.
So I think he attempted to get back. I think he played with the worship. He can play drums for sure.
No
promise, dude,
way.
He played the drums in the worship
What?
band when at OCC in high school when I went there. Call him right now.
We need to get Coach Lay on here then.
He can play the drums. I've seen it.
Coach Lay, we're starting a bluegrass band. Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying that I don't remember. Like I said, this is high school me. Didn't know much about music. Maybe he was good. Maybe he wasn't. But they let him play every Sunday, so that has to be something.
Well, that's like a Sunday thing. You know, you don't have to just play the chord, just strum the chords.
Yeah, but it's a non-denominational church. Like, we're not up there singing hymns. Like, we're doing worship music. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever heard some worship music? Like
no, that's
Skillet.
Dan does that. Dan like every Sunday, the church he goes to, he plays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's cool. Yeah. So there you go. Like, that's Coach Lay's up there banging the drums, dude. I mean, like, getting it, and we're all like, praise Jesus, you know.
Well, that's why I first like.
So maybe it was good. Maybe it was God. I don't know.
Well, that's where I first technically the first band I was in church.
Oh, really?
It was dude, this is so funny. So Cody Ellis's mom was like our Sunday school teacher, Letha, and she's awesome. Cody obviously was really good at drums, but then Brittany Willoughby, she played guitar. Dude, she's good. Like, she was good. I was like super surprised when she brought her guitar, and I was like, whoa, like,
oh my God,
you're better than me, you know. And Jody Disselkamp, Jody sang.
Jody who?
Jody,
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, I know who you're talking about. Hubenthal now, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And it was Letha's idea, I'm sure, but she asked, and like, of course, I was like, yeah, I'm down.
I'm gonna grow my hair out.
well, like Cody brought in like a little drum set, and then he didn't have much, like a bass. I don't know if he even had a snare for a while, like where he wouldn't bring it all the time, but he didn't have much. He didn't have much, like a snare and a tom, and like maybe 2 cymbals, maybe 2 crashes. But she would tab out. She would literally write out the tabs for me on bass, like for songs. Like, we did like. The only one I really remember, like, specifically is Silent Night. And we kind of, like, rocked it up, you know? But then... No, it was like faster. Like, the bass lines are dome, dome, doom. Like, so it's silent, dun, dun, dun. Huh?
Did she write them out like I asked you if I could write them out?
Yeah, literally on paper, dude.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Literally on paper. It was, like, one of the nicest things that...
Yeah, so that's what I asked you if I could do the other day, and you're like, no, we're not doing. You need to learn music theory.
Well, yeah, you do. You need to skip that because.
I'm like, can I just write the string number?
But she asked me, like, can you read music? And I'm like, not really. And then, man, I don't know. I still to this day, I saw him a couple. So her husband Ken, he takes care of the theater, the music theater. They're the ones that let us use it every now and then, just like, you know, practice, put our stuff, and just great people. But I saw them. I very rarely get to see them, and they came by and unlocked it for me because Tyler was like out of town or something. But I thanked them because I'm like, you literally got, like, you guys are the nicest, like, supportive people, but you like got me into it, and like basically did a lot for me to get started, just to see how cool it was and how easy it actually was, like without me not knowing what I was doing. So really, it's like it was that band. But my favorite part, like I said before, I forget, played Silent Night, and we did like a break in it. and Cody, because dude, Cody's such a good drummer, dude. Like
man.
he's like he's kind of like the animal. He just gets loud, you know. And we just did like a little break, and then he just boom on the bass, and like we knew we were gonna like kind of wake up the congregation, because you're at church, and like you did. There were a couple people like, oh, like whoa, kind of shook a little bit, and
Yeah, you're just like,
hit it.
Silent.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it was a great time, because it wasn't very big church, but it was fun. Like I mean, you sing and doing bells. We talked about this, I think, in one of them.
Yeah, the last one.
They would like,
Trying to get the bells
gosh.
going, dude.
At first, I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I was like, man, I gotta wear the robe and the gloves.
Oh, you Catholic?
Huh?
You Catholic?
I was I was baptized Catholic and confirmed Protestant, Chad.
Okay.
I'm what we call,
I mean, I don't care. I just didn't know.
I'm a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all the same. Not really, but close.
That's what. Yeah. Don't say. Don't. Never mind.
Not
going
going
there.
there. Not going there. but yeah, it was just
Well, I think that's how a lot of people get started in music. For them, I would at least like.
yeah, like country.
that I've
Like
talked to or
country
heard,
is
like famous singers, artists, like seeing their backstory is like choir, church band, like you said, or
Yeah.
something along those lines. Like they go to vacation Bible school and they need somebody to play guitar, and they're like, well, I played at school or I play at home a little bit, and then they're, they play up there and people enjoy it, and
well, Miss Baker
gives them the
too.
boost.
Dude, Miss Baker went to our church, and
Oh, really?
she's amazing. Like like just the playing piano and singing, and like she's great at singing, but just the fact that she knew how to read music, but she was so fluid, like with doing it, and
She's a good teacher too.
she
So
is a
I
good
took
teacher.
choir for 2 years, past choir.
Well,
both
what?
Years.
For
Yeah.
2 years? I thought it was just
With
1
Miss
year.
Baker. And I took. I only had
Wow.
to take it 1 year. I took it 2.
So you can sing.
Wouldn't say that. I just took choir.
Oh man! All right,
I took
Chad's-
choir 1 for
Chad's
my credit,
country album
and then me and Miss
2024.
Baker just kind of we got along really well. Like I was a smart ass, she was a smart ass back. Like she, like I enjoyed being in her class. I didn't think she enjoyed me being in her class. Like it was so, and I got to kind of do whatever I wanted. It was second hour, so I didn't want to like start the day off real rough. So I was just like, I'll do choir.
I'll do choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Sing-
there.
You wanna know?
Alan told me why he was in choir, so I know what you were talking about.
I don't know what that means.
I know the real reason.
I don't know what that means.
The
But,
ratio, Chad.
uh,
The ratio,
The ratio
Chad.
was good, and I'll tell you this. Kelsey Atkinson and I sang our choir 2 final together to Taylor Swift.
Or you didn't
uh,
do Dewey
Love
Cox?
Story.
Let's Duet.
No. Isn't that Taylor Swift song? The Romeo. Is it
Oh
the
my
one
God.
with Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo.
Whatever the name of that song is. That's the song her and I sang together for our final.
How'd that go?
We fucking crushed it, bud.
I feel like you didn't.
We may not have, but we
Can Kelsey
passed.
sing?
I don't know. I was so nervous.
You're like, wow, man.
We had to sing in front of the whole class.
Oh well, just a class.
Yeah, just the class of everybody that took choir legit, like that wasn't serious about it. You know what I mean?
They're like, Chad can't hit a high C.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, he can't even brush his hair in the morning after the weight room.
You're like, Romeo, take.
Yeah.
Dude, I would pay money to see that. Man, why didn't I just join choir?
Should have been there, I guess. But I passed. That's the moral of the story. But I enjoyed it. Like every time I got to pick what song we sang, "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel. Love that song for some reason.
You just start clapping.
No, I'd fucking. She wouldn't even have to ask me, dude. It'd be like, Chad's turn. She'd just be like, oh, never mind. She'd hit play. We didn't start the fire.
It was always
Right.
Yeah, that
The fast
song was
part-
stuck in my
Just
head.
the fast part nailed it every time.
Shut up.
dog.
See, I can't even. I'm just like.
Oh, that's 'cause you didn't sing it every day for a semester.
I remember. Oh man. Oh gosh, what was her name in middle school?
The
Oh,
music teacher?
yes, since like seventh
I
grade.
didn't. Oh, Miss Reefer?
Miss it? No, no. the one that was cuckoo for Cocoa
Oh,
Puffs.
I don't remember her, but the blonde that I had Miss Reefer. She was younger. She had blonde hair. She was the music teacher in 7th grade. That was the only year I remember music in middle school.
I guess it was 6th grade. Remember she had the statue of Bach?
Mm-mm.
Sing with your eyes.
I don't remember that.
You don't Sing with your eyes.
Wasn't she the music teacher in the elementary school, and then she came to the middle school?
Yeah,
or
I
something?
think so.
Wasn't it?
What was her name? What was her name?
No, Miss Wright was our music teacher in 5th grade. Dakota's mom, wasn't it? No. It was an older lady. Curly, dark, like grayish brown hair.
I don't know. I remember Miss
Can't remember.
Hancock or Mr. Hancock.
I had
That's the
a
last
female teacher in 5th grade, and then I can't remember 6th grade. I don't remember that
So
at all
long
for some
ago.
reason. But that's when that's the whole Ryan thing, and I don't remember a lot of that year because I was just really focused on him, and I thought he was gonna die. So
Yeah, that takes over. We need to get Ryan on here.
little Scarface.
Scarface.
But yeah, I mean, I guess so. To bring that all to where we started, I guess I've been interested in music for a while. It's just I didn't know where, how.
I think it's magic. I've said that before. I think music's magic.
Yeah.
People think I'm a weirdo, but
No, music, and I've said that before.
Frequencies,
too, like,
man.
For me not being like, sorry, my knee locked up a little bit. Musically like inclined, like music has always been like a fallback for me as well, though. Like songs, I have songs that can change my mood or make it worse if that's what I need. Sometimes I need to go to the bottom of the barrel and find out what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? So
I don't
can put
need
certain songs
need
on
to,
it and I
but
get there.
I just love sad songs.
I do too. I'm really drawn to them. Maybe that's
like,
that's a
maybe that's
sign,
a sign, but
something I should think about. But yeah,
Hey,
but I also
man.
have songs too where like,
feeling
I put
it's
them
real.
on and like I'm better.
Oh yeah,
They
like
just change everything. I've been
dude.
listening to Bush really quite a lot recently
See?
for some reason.
Aren't they good?
Yeah, I've
Like
always
you-
liked them. I just
You just don't realize
I
like
switch around genres a lot. So
Dude.
it's like might listen to country, might be rock, might be like screamo. I just it depends on how I feel. If you looked at my iTunes, I think you would be surprised. There's like Backstreet Boys, Miley Cyrus, like Stitches. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Stitches.
Stitches. Have you ever heard of him? He's a rapper from Florida.
no Stitches.
I'm not going to sing the song, but look it up. I'll tell you about it after
He's like,
this.
I got scars.
No.
They got
The
stitches.
song is called Miley Cyrus.
That's just that she.
Maybe
See, that's he's just trying to get likes there, man. Come
you've
on.
heard it, haven't you?
No.
Oh.
But people are gonna look up Miley Cyrus and be like, "Oh, look, Miley Cyrus." And
No,
like,
he's
who's
got
this
he's got a
Stitches
bunch of
guy?
other songs, but like they're not good. This one's not even good. But I'm just saying, like I got a very wide spectrum of music on my phone.
What do you think is the weirdest? Like, if you admitted it right now, people be like, or like that
I'd have
people wouldn't.
What's Greta Van Fleet probably
Is the weirdest? That's the
for
weirdest.
me. I think people would be like, huh? 'Cause I don't think I fit that genre of music. I also got like, I don't remember her name, but there's a song on there by some female that would probably you'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Is it pop or is it
no,
like?
it's country, but it's like a girly love song. But I heard it and I was like, that's good. I like that. I like the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Oh, like
That's the majority of it for me. I think is the lyrics, not so much like the music part of it, but the lyrics. Like, I listen to that more than I do the instruments and the vocal side of it. Like I just listen to the words. I process them.
I'm both. Like, I'm definitely deaf though, so it's music first. Like, I really got into, like, that's why I got into metal music and stuff, is because, you play like rock and roll or you play like chord songs, like that's cool and it's still fun, it's still great, but like it doesn't take long to learn, and it's same thing. I wanted to be fast. I wanted to be like really good, and songs that are fast and really good are like metal and rock and roll. So I went through like my 80s rock where AC/DC and like I went AC/DC is great, but like it's just the blues jacked up. So it's
I've been
kind of one of the first things you can play where you're just like you feel the power of like playing loud,
well,
and then
like the other day I told you I've been like Joe Walsh, so I've been listening to Joe
gosh,
Walsh, which now I'm listening to the James Gang. So
God,
like
it's so
Funk
good.
48 and Funk 49, like
So much groove.
I would have never even listened to that shit.
Well, you
Like,
never really like appreciate
right.
it, you
But
know,
now
like
the fact that I see what goes into it, like Joe, the way he plays, like even the stuff that is simple is still complicated. Like,
it's all about that feel,
yeah,
the
and
vibrato.
He's something else.
Well, too, like I was telling you, like slide guitar. He's amazing slide guitar player, but he's not like you know the Tedeschi truck guy.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, you don't know him?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, look it up.
Well, I'm not gonna look it up right now.
Well, yeah, obviously,
will.
but Tedeschi TDE. You'll find it. Just look up like he's basically like 10 times better than like fucking the Allman Brothers.
Really?
Insanely good.
Really?
Like he was a young kid playing slide guitar on like an SG, and he plays with like John Mayer a lot, but he plays with
like
his wife. They do like it's like it's like country rock, like southern rock, But he gets up there and he can just make that thing scream.
That's probably the weirdest thing you'd find on my phone. I have about 3 John Mayer albums in my music.
See, I don't think I have
But again, that's the lyrics right there, because he sings a lot of those like heartbroken bullshit songs, and I'm like, I get that.
I get that too. I just don't like him because it just seems like he does it for the vagina. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you think those guys in the 80s were making their hair big and wearing pants so tight you could see the outline of their junk for no reason?
Yeah, I know. I get that. I get the rock and roll thing. I don't know. I feel like John Mayer's really good. I guess this is the best way to say it. John Mayer is really good.
So
I feel like his stuff.
than what he does.
Yeah, I feel like the songs that he's known for and stuff should be better. I feel like I guess like he is known for like love songs and like your body is a wonderland.
Yeah.
He sang that like he's like
But
sings
again,
kind of weird
I
like.
mean, he takes kind of a
But dude, he plays
country funk rock vibe. All
he plays
into
everything.
one,
He
and
plays
it
everything.
works for him. Like he takes a lot of shit and just makes it his. I think
He's like a modern day like Jimi Hendrix.
Well, what I was gonna say, yeah, yeah.
It's like him up there with his guitar and like but he
gets
just
into it.
yeah.
And what I was gonna say is
dude,
he's kind of like
he's amazing.
Keith Urban's the same way though. If you think about it, with country music, and country music I know is supposed to be like that, but Keith Urban is, I mean, this all dressed up all the time, which is new country, which is stupid. I tried to say sucks and stupid together. That stuff sucks.
I think I just think it lacks like actual emotion.
It's played out.
Like it seems, it is played out. Lots of things are played out, like the blues. People are still just pumping out blues, but like it's got feeling to it. It's got like a message to it. I feel like country nowadays doesn't have
song.
It doesn't have like
look at the
a message.
singers,
Like
look at him, Luke Bryan, Keith Urban, Kenny Chesney. When Kenny Chesney came around, that should have really been the indication of where country music was going.
I think it's funny.
Guys wearing a puka shell necklace and like what? But anyway, so you got these guys that wearing like sparkles on their jeans and stuff, and like that's not country. Florida Georgia Line, like those guys, that's not country. When I think about country, it's like George Strait, like those guys, Hank, like all those older guys singing, and that's what I like. That's why I think I like Tyler Childers so much, because it goes back to that a little bit.
Yeah, it's stripped down.
Yeah.
It's just them and acoustic guitar.
It's not trying
just
to put on a show every song. Like Luke Combs is probably, and Chris Stapleton are my 2 favorite modern day country singers, and that's 'cause they kind of go back to that a little bit as well.
Well, Luke Combs just has that. He has that deep, raspy voice, like where he like.
And he's also not. He's not trying to change who he is for.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not for anybody.
Fame, you know what I mean?
He writes good songs.
Right.
So I mean, you can tell it's real. You can tell it's real.
Exactly.
Like he puts thought into his songs.
Yeah, and he's not afraid. Like Fast Car. He redid Fast Car, and that truthfully, that's probably my favorite song right now. I listen to it like 3 times a day, but it's good.
It's so good.
And
It's so good. I was
that's
on a kick when that.
a
like, I
female
was-
originally wrote that song and everything, but
Tracy
and he
Chapman.
didn't change it. He didn't change the lyrics. He kept it just the way it was, and he sings it from the female side of it. And I think that's cool that he's able to do that, willing to do that.
Either way, it's kind of slim pickings. Actually, I think there's a lot of good country bands out there that just aren't popular.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
because
and I
like
that's what I
red
listen
dirt
to a lot
country is
too.
like becoming a thing that's real popular
Well,
around
Cody
here.
Johnson. Thing about Cody Johnson, he's been around for a long time, but he just now is getting on the radio in the last 2 to 3 years. Of course, people knew who he was because he was selling out small venues.
Yeah,
But now he's on the radio, like he's becoming a lot more popular, and he's red dirt. You know,
red dirt.
he used to be a bull rider.
I just don't know how it works anymore because it's like
I don't either. I'm just saying from what, and like I said, I don't know a shit ton about music. It's just what my parents listened to rock, listened to country, so I grew up around that. And then as I got older, it turned into hip hop and rap.
yeah.
You know,
Thanks,
kinda
Nelly.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's just kind of how it
Freaking
went. So
Nellyville, man.
you know, I listen to a lot of different music, and I guess I just try to understand it more than just listen to it. That's a big, like I said, that's a big thing for me. If I can understand it and I feel like you're being genuine with what you're saying, I'll download your whole album just to listen to one song, which in turn means I listen to the whole album.
Well, brings me to my next thing. We need to. I've asked you this a million times, but what do you think our first album review should be? Do you want to do something weird? I know you said I should pick something, but I know I'm gonna pick like a funk album.
I wouldn't mind doing like White Stripes or
Ooh.
Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
him
telling.
by himself. I really like, and I was gonna say that too. You showed me him the other night. Of course, I knew Seven Nation Army. That was one of the only songs I really knew. But then you showed me that yesterday, and I was just like, "This dude's awesome.
This guy's way cooler."
So
than
yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where I'll download one song or an album for one song, but then listen to the whole album.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot lately. But little Brittany over here, she's been awesome. She's been into like
What's the one that you guys wouldn't seen
been to a decent amount.
Yeah, not here recently, like month or two ago. The Small Show. It's kind of a weird. I can't remember.
Oh, we went to see oh my gosh, what was that?
Something
Turnstile. We saw
Yeah.
Turnstile like, gosh, when was that? It's like December, January, or something like that. January.
Time just flies when we're having fun.
I don't know, but like Turnstile was Turnstile was so needed 'cause like, you know, concerts were in a weird spot for a while, but
Right.
it was like the first punk show I've been to in a long time where like the energy was high, like people were into it, like it was kind of nonstop. There was no like break. There was Snail Mail, dude. Snail Mail open for 'em. It's a band. Check 'em out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
She-
was gonna say.
so, like,
we
it's kinda
can
like
do
the
one of those.
It's kind of like shoegaze.
Add
Like
those
I've been.
bands if
like
you want
what
for
do
the album review, 'cause I
Ooh.
don't know them. I don't listen to them, so it would be brand new for me.
Well, I showed you Pressure to Succeed
Or
because
the Strawberry Girls or whatever. you call that.
we should do
band.
Strawberry. Oh, we should
That's
do
just all
instrumental.
instrumentals.
Yeah,
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
could do that.
that's a good idea. 'Cause I have one in mind.
Okay, you pick the first one, and then I'll pick the next one.
But going to Strawberry Girls, that's what I like about Brittany is she like has been listening to like heavier, like emo kind of like
I like that too.
Well, we're gonna see Bill Murray. I guess it's like I don't even
No
know what
way.
you'd call Bill Murray. It's like screamo, emo.
Bill Murray.
It's like so it's not Bill Murray. It's
Oh.
Bilmuri, and it's basically like one guy. I mean, he has like three other
So it is
people.
Bill Murray.
That's the name of the band, but it's spelt like one word Bil.
Not the guy from
MU
Groundhog
Yeah,
Day.
not the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, not the actor. But you know, it's very like emotional, feeling like kind of slow. Like he'll make his own beats. It's not always like live, like drums and stuff. A lot of it's just
Pre-recorded, but he's singing, or
like the stuff that he's recorded. A lot of it's like himself.
okay.
It's not just always just a band. But he gets like heavy and super screamo in some songs that are just.
I would like to go to Coachella.
I would like to if the bands were better. Like now it's
don't
more like
necessarily
we're
wanna
going to
see-
Coachella.
I don't
Like it's not
necessarily
like
wanna see the
about the
bands.
bands.
I
Everybody
want to
just
see the DJs.
yeah. So like
That's what I want to go for.
we need to go to Electric Forest
That's
because
fine.
buddy I used to work with Dalton used to be the tech. He's a tech guy at Davidson and great guy, but really smart. But that's his thing. He goes to Electric Forest every year. Always shows me awesome pictures and like he says it's just a
Have you
blast.
ever
Like
and this is kind of probably stupid, but like, have you ever seen that movie with Zac Efron where he's a DJ and his buddy passes away and he gets to play like this big show?
no.
So he records
What?
like his friends saying stuff, and then he puts it into the set. Like he plugs his USB in there, and it's like he's playing. So I seen that, and I was like, "Damn, this shit's cool." 'Cause it showed other DJs throughout the movie, and I'm like, "This is cool."
Dude, I mean, I'm not as into like I kind of got out of it, but Skrillex, you remember that?
Yep.
So like I used to love Skrillex 'cause he was in From First to Last. He was in an emo band. So then like he came out and he's like, I'm Skrillex now. I'm gonna do this weird shit, and it was like and then was Bang Bang was
Marshmello,
the second one.
Marshmello. I mean, that's essentially what he does, and
Yeah.
well, that is what he does. I liked he's got a couple songs that I like. Like
Yeah.
I have a couple of his songs on my phone. Like
Just stuff to get you just amped up, just going. Just
right, but
pumped.
at the same time, like the way that they bring the instrumental part of it with the vocal side of it, like I'm already processing the words, so then that music hits, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm crying. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel it. Like that's what I like.
Yeah, I haven't been to like a big like festival like that. Seen a couple
I probably
DJ
get
sets.
anxiety, but
Yeah,
I'll be like, Clay,
it's a
we gotta
lot.
go.
It's a lot sometimes, and it's fun to people watch though at those things. But it's just a lot.
I'm sure it is fun to people
I think it's more. I would think it'd be more fun to do than
to play.
like
Like
to just mix songs and like Dylan Hovicki, like he does it,
Yeah.
and you know he didn't have any experience like doing it. He just
Started here.
he started buying
Started DJing in Owensville and then scratching records while he was doing it, you know, like
yeah. And I mean, I thought he was good. I think he still does it. I'm not. I think he's traveling right now.
Party, I think that he was DJing.
Oh my
and
gosh,
I was
Farley's
like,
party.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Oh
it was.
my gosh.
And I was like, man, he's not bad.
No,
And
he
then
was good
the
that
next
night.
year we had a different guy.
Man.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. We got off
Do, like-
topic or whatever, but
Yeah, we'll do another like 15 minutes.
I'm probably okay.
You good to
I'm
go?
good if you're good. I'm getting messages and stuff, and
Well,
I don't even know what time it is.
since everybody's being lame, we'll probably just
We
keep
have a
doing.
guest. I would say we'll probably do this one, and then we have a guest in like 3 weeks. So that's probably going to be our next guest 'cause we're just not getting anybody. So
Yeah, people have been busy, but people are also scared.
that's true.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm not nervous.
Do I look nervous?
Yeah, do I look nervous?
No.
It's good. Sitting on an ice pack right now to keep me cool.
But
That's a joke. No, I mean that's cool. It's just I had I guess hopes of getting our friends on here and maybe getting what they do for a living, if they had something that they could promote themselves, I guess mainly is what I was hoping. But you know, like you said, everybody's busy. People don't have time. We're lucky. We have understanding spouses, so
that is a thing too.
right. So that's fine. But we're supposed to have a guest. He does his own podcast. He's going to come on here. We're going to talk to him, find out how he got started. Maybe he'll give us some tips, information. I'm not sure. Probably talk about hunting a little bit, and then just life and being a man.
Just man stuff.
I wouldn't say man stuff, but I think we can get into it a little deeper.
Well, I'm kind of interested to see what he knows 'cause I mean, I love talking tech, but like
Oh yeah, that's right. 'Cause he uses basically the same exact setup we have. He uses. I don't think he uses his phones, but he uses the whatever the hell this thing's called, Roadcaster. He has the Roadcaster too, so we'll be able to talk, or you guys can talk about that. I'll probably have some hunting conversation with him. Give you an opportunity to, you know,
just
be a
meet
part
him.
of what's going on.
Just
So,
yeah.
I was on his podcast about a year ago, which is kind of where what got me started in wanting to do this, because I seen that it wasn't, a set agenda. Like, you could get on here and you could talk and people are still interested, as long as, people are going to seek out what they're interested in. So, some people might not like what we talk about, but there will definitely be somebody that will. So that's kind of what I realized by being on his podcast. Even though his is mainly focused on hunting,
Yeah.
we still got into a little bit more, like, outside of hunting, like family dynamic and just everything like that. So
You're really just somebody that, like, is okay to talk. Like, I don't know, like, obviously he's done it more, so
yeah,
I'm
got two
excited.
podcasts actually.
Two of them.
Yeah, they're both hunting based. One is a Western hunting podcast, and then the other one is just a general all around hunting.
Oh, just kind of like anything and everything, depending on who he has on.
Yep, right. So, like, we talked about whitetail hunting 'cause he lives in Springfield now, but originally from, like, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
He grew up deer hunting, whitetail, and then turkey hunting, duck hunting. I've never duck hunted, so we talked a little bit about that. And then, like, the episode right after me was a guy from, like, Maine, which are still whitetail, but their bodies are huge. So you know how I score based off antlers?
Yeah, they go off
They
bodies.
weight, yeah. So they'll be like, "Oh, we killed a 148 pounder," like in that, and that's small.
Yeah.
That's small. But they'll be like, "Oh, that buck was," and they can tell by looking at their hoof prints in the snow. They'll be like, "Oh, that's like a 200 pounder."
That's nuts.
Yeah.
God.
Like, they don't even care about the antler size.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I remember him asking that guy. He's like, "Well, what did it score?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, he's like,
That's the first thing I measure.
He's like, I got a lot of meat in the fridge, bro.
Right.
What do you say?
That's exactly it. That's what they care about, and that's cool. I like that. That's what hunting should be.
Yeah.
But hunting has been turned into this. I don't even know how to explain it. Just
I
like
think it's like a
it's been
it's a
Hollywood almost is who TV has really turned hunting into something that it shouldn't be, really. Like, I get it. Everybody can, and that's a good thing. That's the cool thing about it too. Everybody has the opportunity to do what they want to do and how they want to do it, but it's made the younger people care more about what the deer scores than just the excitement and the thrill of being out in the woods. Like,
or just why you're doing
hunting,
it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, when I started hunting, I got to spend time with my stepdad. I got to go out and just us, and like, but at the same time, I was providing for my family at 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. I still think that's cool.
Well, yeah.
Like, we don't have to go to the grocery store 'cause I got 2 deer in the freezer or whatever,
Self-sufficiency.
Yeah, so television has turned it into this whole other thing, and even though that's what I would like to eventually do for a living, I hope that if I do get the opportunity to do that, I can portray it in a way that's not that.
I mean, we're kind of already doing that because we don't really. Well, I mean, we've been really busy.
Right.
I haven't put enough time to, like, editing stuff, but
and that's
kind of the point.
thing
Is
too.
it doesn't
I don't
have
want
to be
do that.
like we'll see.
I
We'll see how
go
it works.
hunt.
But
Like,
but
I
yeah,
wanna
like,
go out and I wanna
get the
hunt,
experience of
and
doing
if we
it.
get it on camera, we get it on camera. But I want to show you what led up to it and what I had to do to get there, and what I have to do afterwards. I don't want you to just see me kill this deer and then see you next week.
Yeah. Have a
The
good
editing
one.
thing is so far in the back of my mind, it's not even funny. Like, it's not something I think about. Like,
Yeah,
that's why I don't think that's my one issue with in Earth. That's my one reason for me not making it in that industry. And I know that that's a major obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, that's why most of those people have jobs doing it, because
Mhm.
it just takes a long time. Like I was telling you, it's so tough to, like, I'm just not creative enough to picture it in my head. So, like, I just take as many, like,
I can
pictures and videos as I
Yeah.
can that would look good and, like, keep you guys centered. But
see that aspect of it because I've watched so much. Well, the main show I watch is Heartland Bowhunter. Those guys are amazing at editing and videography and everything. So I've watched them.
they're short and sweet.
Yeah, exactly. But in being short and sweet, they show the whole story. I don't want to sit down and watch a show where it's just you going to the stand, you get in the stand, shoot the deer, you're done. Those guys show the work, them putting in food plots, putting out mineral, whatever it is. All of that gets shown in a 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
and it looks good, and it
Flows.
flows.
The
Yeah,
flow.
like
the
it's
flow is
supposed
very
to.
important.
So like that's why I keep telling you need to watch them. Like those are because I can just from watching them I see stuff like when I'm hunting I'm like ooh that would be good, you know. But when I go hunting by myself, I don't think about the camera. I take it, but it's almost like every time I get out there, and it's probably never a deer. I hear something, but I'm so glad to be hunting that I just assume that it is a deer, and I don't want to waste the opportunity.
Yeah.
That I don't even worry about putting the camera up.
Well, yeah. I will. It's also you just can't do two things at once. That's.
I could, but I get my.
You're not in the
I hang my
zone.
bow
You're not
up,
in the zone.
and I sit down on my seat, and I'm there. Like
Yeah.
that's what I've waited all week for most of the time is to just those 2 hours in the woods, and I don't want to worry about nothing else. That's why, when you were talking about getting into it, I was like, well, hell. I was like, do you want to film for me? Because I want that. I want stuff on film, but I want somebody to film it for me.
Yeah, because it's like I said, just too much at once. But I'm just excited to get somebody on here to talk because I like getting information from other people.
It's probably gonna be long. As long as he's willing to talk, I'm sure we'll talk. So it'll probably be one of our longer ones, and I think it should be fine because him and we talked for 2 hours, and I know we could have talked a lot longer.
Yeah, and you said like at first you're like I was kind of nervous, but
right,
like
so we
in
did
like less than a minute you were like normal.
Right, we did a phone call first, so I got to talk to him for about 5 minutes before we actually started recording. And once we did that, I was just like, this guy's just like me, like he just wants to talk about hunting. He's a normal dude, like should be fine. So I think it'll be a good time. I don't know what we're gonna try to get him down here for the day, maybe film a little bit of the day, what we do. I don't know really what we're gonna do.
Well, I was thinking like, 'cause
I don't know if he golfs or anything like that. I'm sure we could do something like that.
Should ask.
I don't know if he's bringing his wife and his kids or what. So
yeah, but we could teach him how to play guitar, and then no,
yeah.
but
we'll force him to learn how to play guitar.
no, we could probably. I mean, he's a guy. We could probably play some pool, play darts or something. Just
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And
just break the ice, kind of show him like what we're working with, and
yeah,
see if he wants to try anything different,
right.
or just really cameras. Like I don't watch too many.
Well, my hope is that he can come on here. We'll get him on here, and then we try to go and be on his for me the second time, and then get you on there. But I really want to get you on there talking on his because you don't hunt. You hunt, you have, but you're not. You didn't
It's not
grow up doing it
Yeah.
like he and I did.
Yeah.
So I want that side of it, and I think we're not solely focused on that. We've talked about it, and we've had it's been brought up, but his is all that. That's all his is about is hunting. So to have you on there with a fresh aspect of it and kind of seeing like you're learning, you have just a couple times you went out.
I'll just have so much more questions.
Yeah,
of just,
right. So that'd be
of
good,
just why questions that are just most people like think are obvious.
Right, and I think that's good.
Heck yeah.
Because you're not afraid to ask questions that other people might not want to, that they think are dumb. Not saying that your questions are dumb. You just genuinely want to learn.
I just generally don't. Yeah, if they are dumb,
you don't care.
I just don't care. I'm like, well, now I know.
From it, you don't care. And that's good. So I think it'll be awesome. However it works out, but
yeah.
All right.
Let's end this
I'm
thing.
done talking.
Are you done talking?
I think so. Sorry, dude. I don't have any friends.
Okay,
My
wow.
mom hates
Me and
me.
Brittany are right here, and you said we'd. Gosh,
I
we're right
whispered
here.
Brittany.
All right, see you guys later. Peace.